Hello everyone, this is Giraffe. Today we are going to talk about the Tenet Part 2. Last time we talked about the time reverse. So today we are going to continue how to enter the inverted time in this movie. In the movie shows the inverted time, people are walking backwards. Even the car was driving backwards. Then how to understand the world after the turnstile? Just view it as the mirror of time. Mirror is very common, but seldom people will think seriously about the world inside the mirror. What are the differences between the world in the mirror and the one in the real reality? There are two differences. First of all, the world in the mirror is right, different to the left. The second is front and back different. When you look inside the mirror, it's not your back head, it's you, just face to you. The left hand in the mirror is right, right is left. Just like when you make up in front of the mirror, your lipstick is at your left hand. But in the mirror, the lipstick is at your right. The most important is there is you in the mirror. Who is that person? Have you ever thought about how to enter the world in the mirror? The movie provides you with a machine to let you enter that world. The world in the mirror. The turnstile is like mirror of time. Mirror is to reflect the light waves. The turnstile is to reflect the time. Let the time turn around. The world in the mirror is left and right inverted, front and back inverted. The world in turnstile, the time is inverted. The others are the same. So what does the inverted time looks like? The time of everything is inverted. They are all walking backwards. You would say the ruins is back to the normal building. This is the world that time is inverted. In our world, there is reason, then the result. But in the world of inverted time, we say result, then the reasons. When you enter the inverted world, you won't get younger and younger. How about others? Yes, except you. Even the one in the mirror also get younger and younger, cause the time for that person, time is inverted. The time inverted world exists or not. Actually, just consider whether the world in the mirror exists or not. Yes or no? It is easy to understand not existed because it is a glass just through light waves, reflects the world that exists in the real world. And also through this image shows you the world that you are not supposed to say. The world in the mirror is the world you cannot say. You cannot say what you look like. You can't say what behind you. But through mirror, you can. It is the first time you can see you by a third view. It is horrible. The turnstile is the same. By this door, you can see, feel, even participate in the history because it is the mirror of history. And also you can see a world that you should not see in a third view. And this is the world of turnstile. Now let's talk about algorithm. In the future, the earth will not be suitable anymore for humans to survive. Humans are going to disappear. How to survive? The only way is to revert the time of the whole world. Then we can live in the past. Cause in the past, we were alive. So we will never distract. In other words, let us live in a circle, never reach to the death. The female scientist who invented this machine, she thought if uses algorithm, then the whole world will be distracted. So she separated the algorithm into 9 pieces and put them into 9 countries' laboratories where they got nuclear weapons. Then she committed suicide. She thought after doing this, the world can be safe. But the people who think the world won't be distracted by this machine will only reverse time. It is such a bed of contention. When Oppenheimer invented the atomic bomb, he also got the same idea. He knows what it can do in theory. There is this possibility that this atomic bomb will destruct the world. Had he tried this? Yes, the USA tried this. The female scientist didn't know if started this machine what result will get, and didn't dare to try this. Actually, this is the hardest one in the movie. Can history be changed? Why she didn't destroy her own machine? It means the history cannot be changed. If invented, then invented. She committed suicide is to prevent the second one will be invented. What if torture her and force her to continue to invent a second one? The whole movie is about what happened is what happened. It looks like it is about history cannot be changed. It is true. What happened is what happened. It is a certain fact. Even though invert time, the certain fact won't be changed. But invert time is still meaningful. We can shape the history, not change it. The most classical module is grandfather paradox. I go back to kill my grandfather before my father came to the world. Can it happen or not? Nolan thinks this problem doesn't exist. If your grandpa got you, this grandson, doesn't exist the situation of you go back, kill your grandfather. Even got time machine, you can go back, but you cannot achieve that. Because once you go back, then you will realize no matter how hard you try, any efforts, you just cannot kill your grandfather. Because the past, you say, is just the mirrored image of the past. Think about a mirror. Can you in the situation of not hurting yourself, but hurt you in the mirror? Just like this, we cannot make this world and the world in the mirror any differences. They have to be the same. So in this movie, the main character did kinds of efforts. He wants to stop the destruction of the world. Actually, are not changing the world, are repairing history. Let us know what happened. Then, since the history is already certain, cannot change, then why have to go back? Is that meaningless that we go back to the history? Actually has meanings by learning the history to affect future. For this, for example, a woman drove the car and crashed to the road. For people who don't know history of her, how to judge, there's no way. Probably because she is very violent, or for other reasons. We can only by looking back to the history, enter the turnstile, go back, and say, oh, it is because this woman is trying to avoid hitting a cat in the middle of the road. She tried to save the life of that cat. Then you look back, the feelings are different. Another version history, even though we are talking about the same thing, change the history by this way. Not change this event is to change its effect, to affect the decisions of the judge. The woman crashed to the road violently or tried to save the life of the cat is totally different. The same for this movie. The results are certain. The later 2.5 hours are telling us what happened. Why is this result? Let us know what really happened in the first day. All his efforts are not changing the results, are not to prevent the destruction of the world, just to show us what caused this result, where there is no destruction of the human being, where there is no doom of us. There is another special part of this movie. It's all forward part, the music is all forward. The backward, the music is also backward. So it sounds very awkward. Neil in this movie always helps the main character. He knows he will die for sure. The main character asks him, who sent you? And he asks, you still don't know? It was you. You sent me here. You sent me in the future to help you, to rescue you. But the main character just know he was going to die. Then he told the main character, this is the ending of our friendship. Means till now I'm dead. So our friendship ends. But for you, it's the beginning of our friendship. Cause we meet in the future. He rescued the main character and he also died. This part is very touched. I remember I cried very hard when I saw this part. It just showed me how the time flew and how weakness we are when talking about time, when face the time. We have nothing to do with the time. You just saw your loved ones is going to disappear, is dying, but human beings are so weak when it comes to time, when it comes to change about the time. If by listening to my sharing, you're also interested in this movie, can also consider to watch that movie. It's worth it.